Acharya ji, there is one question from Archana Sharma.
Yeah. Yes.
How did humans come to know about God?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. First is making a conjecture. Like when I see a desk, I say there must be a carpenter. And then I see a carpenter, he makes all kinds of desks. Then I am very confident. Yes, I have established the correct relationship. In the same manner, in the first principle, what we have learned today is we see the world. It's a beautiful world. There are definite laws that are governing this world, and these values, like the gravitational constant, or some of you are familiar with a wonderful constant in geometry called pi. Pi is a ratio between circumference and the diameter, and that is very unusual, isn't it? Why all kinds of infinite circles must bear the same constant? This is a great mystery, is it not? And that pi has a very unusual number, is it not? Nobody has got to its finality, 3.14158. It goes on. It's a definite number, but we have no idea what is its exact number. But it is the same for all kinds of circles, whether it is the glass, whether it is the sun, the earth. Everywhere, circumference divided by diameter depicts the same number. So these are precise number, gravitational constant, is it not? The thermal conductivity of a material particles. All these are very constant values which scientists have found out by experimental techniques. It's very difficult to get those constants from first principles. That's where science is stuck. We cannot do the mathematics of gravitational constant. We have to say this is a constant, we call it G, and then by experiment we have to find out what is the likely number of G, is it not? But one who allotted that value, he must be a supreme scientist, is it not? So he has made things happen, and I have said it many times. This Earth, 7,000 kilometer diameter, is running at a speed 100,000 kilometer per hour, 100 times faster than our modern jet planes, and still covers the whole orbit around the sun in a time that is precise to the milliseconds. Is it not the greatest mystery of the world? Is it not? Even our trains and airplanes, they are late by few seconds, few minutes, but this Earth is never late even by a millisecond. It just covers the orbit just in right, running at such a high speed. There is somebody behind that consciousness. And that consciousness, how do we know it? So in first principle, we make a conjecture. That is a hypothesis. And then we say, in the second principle, we will again make a hypothesis. That is why I did not go into this detail. In first principle, we call him as Parmeshwar. And in second principle, in English, it will come God as well as God. But in Hindi original, the first principle mentioned him as Parmeshwar. And in second principle, he will be mentioned as Ishwar. Ishwar Sachidanand Swarup, Nayakar Sarv Shaktiman. We will read all that. Then, from this universe, we make a conjecture that Ishwar must be infinite because the world is infinite. Ishwar must be compassionate because it does rain when I get thirsty. So many things, statement will be made, which is in the nature of Anuman, inference. But again, inference is second order. It is not pratyaksh, it is not direct cognition, is it not? Then the second principle will end with usi ki upasana karni yogya hai. So when I am in, like when a child is eating food from mothers, He knows this came from his mother, but that is not definite proof of being with mother. But at the end of the day, what does he do? He goes to his mother. He enjoys some moments in the lap of his mother, is it not? That is finally the upasana when he gets to know the real mother. Otherwise, he knows, yes, my mother is very kind. My mother loves me. She gives me food. My mother is very good. She makes food which is very tasty. These are all what is called inference. You are making inferences out of certain things you are observing. But it does not prove that your mother indeed is like that. It proves when you approach your mother, is it not? So that is the way in the second principle of Arya Samaj, a lot of state words will be coming. He must be Anadi, he must be Anant, this and that. That is, conjecture is made from the world we see him, and then we say, he is definitely like that because I have seen it. One who is writing those words, he says it, I have seen it by way of upasana, and you can also see it by, like somebody shows you a photograph of Taj Mahal, he will say, I was there, I saw it, I clicked the camera. If you want to see it, you also go there and click it yourself. Otherwise, you see the photograph, is it not? So, in the same manner, we can read out from first principle and second principle all the characteristics of Ishwar, but finally, it is by way of upasana. Upasana is being in his lap. That is what is the finality of meditation. That's why you know it. In Sanskriti school, we are trying to impress upon you meditation is very important. Of course, you are too young at this point, but this is what will help you when you grow up, that not only it helps you in day-to-day life, like in getting across this phase of coronavirus, everybody is saying meditation will keep your mental balance. Yes, that is fine. But in our case, our meditation technique can take you up to upasana, make you feel being with him, and then you will say, I know him.